YouTube, welcome to Upside DIY. So I cleaned the pizza box with peroxide. It smells pretty good actually. It seems like I put like detergent and peroxide, but I think this bag is finished. I just need to Velcro it. I was thinking of so I finished the duffel bag. It needs a little bit of touch-up cleaning on the other side, but I put a piece of cardboard in here. It's zipped up and things like that. But you kind of see the outline of the cardboard, which isn't that bad. Hopefully, I could trim it. If it ever, yeah, I should trim it just a little bit. But it kind of creates a pretty nice platform. The cardboard in there is actually underneath the metal frame part, just because, perhaps kind of could be a little bit more protected on that side, I guess. It's got a few backpack harnesses kind of like hidden inside of there. And I also like kind of just see a few more, well, something that I could, that are major problems besides the, but whatever's, it showed kind of like different types of bags that were that are available, and also it had all the nice buckles and harnesses and things like that. No other major problems besides the big holes. And this is a pair of Levi's 560s, so it's pretty valuable or whatnot. But I could sew like one end and kind of like keep the zipper, and it's going to be easy to roll up, but it's going to be like a bag to carry rocks. And when I'm done, I could just like, uh, you know, uh, put this out over my shoulder and things like that, and basically carry this on my shoulders. So I might try to make a bag actually out of this with some thread. I guess it's going to be tough, like sewing where they sewed already. I might have to cut that piece off or try to fold it the other way, but proof it just if I'm, out in, if I need like an extra pair of work pants or something, those won't be that bad. So since it's still good and things like that, but and if I could even fit these were a little tight the last time that I wore them, so maybe I can use this as a bag, and just look for another pair to wear. YouTube, so I cleaned up the inside with this rag, and I moved the bag around, and basically all the buckles, and I think, and then I really so I put most of my tools inside of that bag already, so it's at a pretty good level and things, and I've got a few other spare tools and bottles for the other duffel bag, or just these bottles couldn't fit in, but I need to still clean up some tools and reorganize a little bit. Cool bag, collector's bag. So I would say that I want to keep this here, but I could actually store this somewhere else and then start working on the other suitcase. Look for this bag until I add the supports and accessories. It's got these nice harnesses still. All the zippers are pretty good. They're really big and strong and stuff. The only thing I don't have casters underneath, and I might have to adjust the cardboard. I actually, Don't want to be too lazy. I didn't clean this up as much, but or duffel bag. Maybe could be a sifter bag, a rock hounding bag. It's got the nice roll around to it. I don't really have the shoulder bag, which may be a good, or I could, pretty much find a piece of rope or something. Be able to like keep it in this small backpack. I'm not sure. I just don't want to. But definitely, something useful is kind of like a rag or a sock, things like that. So that rag can actually go there. And clean these screwdrivers. I got it somewhat clean, but I might look for a scraper, this plier handle. I need to cardboard over here would have been good if I didn't have much on there, but this other cardboard should be okay. So keeping some coal. I already kind of mostly know what's just some spare parts. And pretty much those boxes might, pretty much rescue anything that I pretty much put. Just because there are a few random oil bags, I could keep these together inside of one bag, or maybe just keep it inside of a side pocket. And this is what everyone's been waiting for, is just this spongy that I made out of resin to clean up some of the dirtiest screwdrivers that I have. So first I'm going to just soak the handle inside of this oil rag. And I pretty much have 2 screwdrivers. And I could even kind of coat everything with oil just to help loosen up. So I'm going to try this. It might ruin the scour, it might not. I'm not 100% sure. I could even like start scraping, so it shouldn't be too bad. I have a few small washers that I could use, or pennies. Alright, so I'm warming up some pizza. After I washed my hands, so it worked a little bit in some areas. I did polish this sponge a little bit. It seems like it smeared it. I also used this little coin or aluminum piece to clean up the screwdriver a little bit. I have the degreaser right here, and it's kind of a back and forth with using degreaser or oil. I actually would use degreaser with this sponge, I guess. And it's not like I got instant results from this. I actually had to but it just seemed like it broke down some small particles that right there that I wasn't sure about. But so yeah, I mean, it might be also from a lot of cleaning. I've got to still test the scrubber, but well, I would actually see it just kind of like glides, but it creates a small, and plus with the material that it is basically made out of, it makes a small slight grinding effect, I would think, in most cases. And this piece is, it's like rubbing a rock, and sanding it, but it's a different type of sand or polish or something like that. So it's interesting. It's a 50-50 actually. I mean, it's not like any major super changes, but if I keep working at it, it may be possible. Like take off the bag yet, so it's not working fully just yet. But so putting some of the soldering stuff away, kind of put the box right there. It's pretty convenient. I'm going to eventually put it inside of the suitcase. And the suitcase is pretty nice. I can put new cardboard boxes or something on there. There's plenty of space to work on cardboard boxes. I'm putting away, so I got a bunch of extra roll arounds and stuff. And eventually I might try to have this area probably to work like underneath. If I kind of like had a bench with like bicycle parts would be really useful. Adding like a bench up to this door so the door opens and closes and things at a certain distance from the wall, and maybe work on one or two, and always having the floor real pieces of wood. So I'm probably going, and I have four other pieces, so I'm definitely going to try to do that while I'm fixing the top shelf for the boxes. So I hope everybody's having Parmesan, and they kind of ran out of like other stuff, but I have some spices, but I'm just gonna eat. YouTube, welcome to Upside DIY. So just showing off a lot of the stuff that I'm doing this weekend for cleaning up and sorting out, getting more comfortable with all the stuff that is working and isn't working. It's kind of like I'm putting most of the decent, so this is kind of like my decent pile of stuff, putting tools away. All I have to do now is actually glue up some cardboard boxes. I have one other big box I'm going to be, just getting those, whatever I have in front of me, and then maybe doing the really last big one, not 100%, and then the next to the biggest, then that one and that one. So I marked out where the flaps and the line. So I'm going to squeeze the glue and then smear it on the bottom and the top. And I'm probably going to place it right here on the ground and things. And then I'm probably going to put a weight on it. So I've got this big tube. I also might as well try to get this box and see if this will fit at the random stuff that I've been cleaning up, and then now of the shelf. When I fit it all in one box, so I could pretty much work on stuff in different locations, or just even store a lot of stuff away. Yeah, I don't think, well, the box. So here's pretty much the gluing stuff. I don't really do this. Well, I haven't shown, but a case of the smaller tubes was around $80, so it can add up if you buy a case. So there's pretty much the glue. Put it on the top and the bottom. And just press down. I already got the other side, so I'm gonna try to place this on the floor and then start gluing the other box. So luckily I got it on the floor. This is a really good progress from what I was thinking. So now I'm going to use this. The glue gun is really hard to squeeze out, but I gotta do it some way and finish up all these boxes. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 more. Okay, so I put the glue tubes back. Kind of put the tool. I smear when the glue hardens up a little bit, it's going to start making a pretty good spatula for spreading glue. And last box. So I put glue on the top and the bottom of the flap and things like that. And then I've got 5 other boxes right there. This may just look like a pile of boxes, but these are going to be really useful for organizing, or I might use like the big box for like 2-liter bottles or something like that within the, and go through all my tools if I have to. So this small box, I'm going to make sure it's pretty much flat with all the other ones, so that with something like that to help protect it a little bit. I'm just going to only use for now just any pressure, and